Well, it's hard to believe that it's actually been a week since my last vlog. I mean, I uploaded it a few days late as it was, but things just been totally crazy. Let's chalk it up to the holiday season and babies with coughs and people coming to visit and what have you. Just really haven't gotten around to doing a whole lot of filming. So apologies for that. But we're get going again today, doing some practicing. Got a new Chanter read in, pretty stoked about it. It's a lot more stable on the keynotes like E and low A. At least I think that's true. We're going to continue to play this read and make that happen. It's been a big issue, it's just really getting the pipe to lock in the way that we want. With the moisture control setup, the drones, of course, are staying in tune a lot better, but it's harder to get that really great lock that I'm able to get sort of instinctually on the sheepskin. That's my home bag. That's the bag I like to play. It's tough to get that lock on the new setup, but I think a lot of it may have been the Chanter reed. So now I have a more stable reed in, and I've just been playing through some tunes, some light music and some pibroch there, and seeing how things are going. So I'll give you a little bit of a peek into how some of that stuff is going. All right. So that's so much better. I mean, that pipe that I just had there in that pibroch, if it were exactly like that during the contest, I think I would fare pretty well. And I haven't even started to refine it. I have not been able to find my magical bagpipe tape since I started moving into this place. So I'm using really old tape that's crappy and it slides around. So the tuning of the notes can get even better, which is very exciting. And the reed is very stable. It's going to stick on those notes. So I'm feeling great about that. The drones held really well, even though I'm not playing with particularly nuked rocks. I didn't nuke anything. But with that said, let's change lanes. It's very, very cold and dry in New York. By the way, it's likely to be that way in Kansas City too, so that's okay. But I almost feel like the dryness of the air in here and the fact that the heater right there is right sort of above the pipes. The fact that that's going on, it might actually just kind of be drying or keeping the rocks sort of naturalized and quite dry. So it gives me a lot of play time. So anyway, I digress. You may notice maybe some of the earlier tunes that I played, that I showed you, a little bit of thinness, and then the sound thickens out as more moisture works into the instrument. So it's crazy, right? All of these considerations really come into play, especially when you're trying to get a perfect bagpipe for a pibroch. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it in the recording, but I was fighting with the sound of the heater during my practice session, but I just left it going, because if I turn the heater off, then it starts to get cold, and that throws in a whole nother variable pertaining to the stability of the bagpipe, right? Am I overthinking things? Yeah, probably, but I didn't want to turn the heater off and get cold, basically. And who knows what effect that's going to have on the chanter, where what I'm really trying to do right now is get a pipe that's nice and stable. Whew. And then do you notice how it doesn't matter what, it could be your refrigerator or your heater. Have you noticed that all of these appliances all have a pitch or a hum that's just like an eighth of a tone out of tune from your bagpipe? You ever notice that? It's always that way, and it's super obnoxious. So you may have heard like weird pulsing humming. I'm not quite sure what the microphone would pick up there, and I'm going to edit this later, not right now, so I can't know for sure. But if you heard any of that, that was the heater. And then when it shut off at the end, it's actually kind of cool. Like, you really hear how the pipe is really in tune and pretty well locked in. Maybe not perfect, but really, really well locked in. Certainly something I'm very happy with at the moment. So yeah, there's the post-mortem for that practice session, and grinding, getting the tunes going, doing the best that I can, trying to work on some of the weaknesses that I have in my playing as well, in time to put on a good show at the contest. So there it is for now.